Chris McNulty, Mark Amaral, Chris Cesarini, Chris Moore, Steve Yanchuk.
It's good they were pointing off camera. It's sick. You guys want to come over here, dude?
Nope.
Myself and Steve have been playing together for a long time, and then one day decided to start jamming and kind of went on from there. We picked up him to play bass. He didn't really play bass at the time, but he kind of knew how. And then ended up taking on Chris and Chris.
I thought he asked us to sing for us, and we told him to fuck off.
The first time.
I hit them up on Facebook. They were posting demos, and I was like, yo, do you guys have a singer? And they were like, yeah, we already got a friend. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like 6 months later, they're like, oh yeah, looking for a singer. I'm like, dude. So actually worked out for the best stuff, I think.
Mid-2000s, melodic hardcore.
Yeah, pretty
melodic
much.
hardcore.
That's what our main influences are, I think. For me, definitely, I would say The Carrier, a lot of Thursday, too. I love that band.
Come Back Kid, Have Hard.
Lyrically, a lot of lifelong tragedy, especially recently. But, yeah.
Metallica.
That's you, man.
They write. They
That
write
record
really.
came from a bad place.
Yeah. They write really emotional music. I mean, I wouldn't say it's all from personal experience, but a lot of it's from personal experience.
He's definitely been waiting his entire life to get these words on paper out of his head,
100%.
because his last band was it was just a straight edge hardcore band, so it's different material.
Yeah, and this is more my speed. So.
And for us, our writing process is pretty emotional in the sense of a lot of ups and downs with fighting and
with each other.
Yeah, with each other, and then like at the
It all
end of it,
stems from someone, obviously, we're trying to talk and like get something, and someone has to be over there fucking playing over everybody. I'm not going to mention any names.
Off Rest Easy.
For me, Rest Easy is probably my favorite song off the EP.
For me, it's Spit and Spirit.
Yeah, mine's definitely Rest Easy, but my favorite line is, I put my life on a shelf for dreams that never came true. I stole half of that from Blacklisted, because Blacklisted's one of my favorite bands, but I drew on it with, like, used my own personal experience, you know, because I'll speak for myself, but I always wanted to do this, tour, be in bands, do whatever, but it never seemed to, like, break through to that next level. So that line means a lot to me.
Yeah, I just like all the lyrics off that record. I can't really pick a single one. Yeah, I do.
For me, I don't know, Spit and Spirit just is, I don't know, that was always the standout for me. That Preacher Sherman to the masses of sheep.
Yeah,
that line just gives me chills for some reason, and it just hits home.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. That's probably one of my favorite line off the record too. That whole section of that song.
Yeah. Fuck you, Steve.
All right, so we always say that we're gonna not play shows, and then we're gonna write some songs. So, but what always happens is I just fucking book shows anyway. they get pissed off, so we end up we'll write a song, we'll get half of it done, and then we won't practice for like a month, and then we'll go back and have to relearn it or just start fresh. So
and then it's fighting about like who has the cell phone videos of the recordings, and pretty much anything he wants to do, our other guitarist is just like no. And then
vice versa,
and then they both look like kids that just like want to go home, like they both out, and then somewhere down the middle.
We're making this sound super negative, but it's really not.
It's fun.
We love each other. We fight. It is what it is. But
that's where
we always end up laughing. Like at the end of the day, it's always fun.
They call me Mother Mark because I'm always fucking trying to mediate.
Yep, I'm the straight edge kid, so I'm watching over all of them.
He drives us when we're driving.
Yeah. Chris.
Like a month ago, we played Dylan's with the As We Speak reunion show. We played with Judgment, Burden, and a couple other local bands. And it was a really good show. It was fun.
Sick Minds. Right?
Sick Minds too, yep. My favorite thing, though, I think, even though the show wasn't that great, when we were in Virginia, not last summer, but the summer before, we drove all through the night exhausted just so we could get there and go to the beach that day and hang out at the beach and not have to rush and go to the show. And we had an absolute blast at the beach all day.
We spent 4 hours in the water.
I didn't get out of the water for like 4 hours.
Like, I'm talking like
prunes,
big babies.
dude. Yeah.
So,
Big
like,
fat babies floating around in the water.
that was definitely I think we could all agree that was probably our funnest
was
time.
the
Even
best
though
time, yeah.
the show that night wasn't that great, but the
I
lead
hit a
up to
deer
the
going
show,
like 100 miles an hour. It was sick.
100%.
it was already dead.
Yeah, I made sure.
And we were all asleep. So.
The Carrier.
Yeah, I'd probably like to play with the Carrier again.
I would say them. My main goal is to play This Is Hardcore. It was always Warped Tour, but Warped Tour doesn't really exist
R.I.P.
anymore. Yeah, but I would love to play This Is Hardcore. No band specifically, but just that whole experience, be a part of something that big would be really cool.
Our other guitarist would love to play with Come Back In.
Honestly, too, I just like playing with my friends. Too.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to us. Like Sick Minds and Crafter, like
Judgment.
Playing with shows with those guys are fun. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's with some huge band. Like, yeah, that's cool, but it's cool to play with your friends as well.
Do you guys? What would you say like you guys bring to the local scene? Like,
I think we mix it up a little bit because everybody is kind of doing the same thing. A lot of hardcore wasn't really going on that much, and like it used to, 10 years ago it was really big, and now it's just like it's starting to come back. But we were kind of the first band in our area to start doing it again, and then that's how we met Crafter and Sick Minds and stuff like that, because they're really the only other bands locally that, and Ghost Fame too. They're a newer band. They're young. They're pretty good.
Sick, though.
That's about it.
It's a lot of, where we're from, it's a lot of metalcore and beatdown stuff, and we kind of stick out, but in a good way. We've all been doing this for a long time, just like in different bands. So
You
it's
want to get on this? Dude?
You kind of know.
so it's cool now to, I don't know. I just think collectively, us as a group, just works pretty well.
Chicken tenders. Chicken tenders.
From where?
Anywhere.
All right.
We were on the hunt for chicken tenders last night, and it just did not happen.
It's Kyle from Crapper.
I'd
most
probably
handsome
eat
henchman.
sausage, egg, and cheese is on a croissant from Donkey's, dude.
It's the most South Shore Boston
Yeah.
answer ever.
Can I get a medium regular kid? Yeah. Steve would have shrimp.
Large ice,
Shrimp
extra,
scampi,
extra.
dude.
Yeah, we call him Mayo Mike. But
I'm all about pizza, so pizza.
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube,
Google Play.
Bandcamp,
Instagram, pretty much everywhere.
Instagram, Facebook. Our Twitter's not that active. We don't really use it that much, so
We have a MySpace.
we do have a MySpace. It's 900 followers and all robot porn accounts.
Yeah, it's sick.
Not one person's real, so
They listen though, I know.
They love it.
it's literally everywhere. So, you can pretty much find it on any platform, I would say. Yeah, we'll probably never do more than just a weekend tour, so don't expect too much.
Come to shows.
Yeah,
Don't be scared to come to shows.
and stop
Like,
standing in a horseshoe formation.
Yeah, like come to shows, come up front, have fun. It's not, it's not somewhere to be angry. It's just enjoy yourselves and come out to shows, see bands. It's fun.
Support the bands that are, I feel like
You
when you
do.
go to shows now, it's all about being the toughest guy and smashing everyone. Like,
Yeah, no one's cooler than anybody else.
we just want to hang out. We're into sing-alongs and stuff. That's
Exactly.
what we want.
We'd rather everybody up front singing the words
Yeah.
than, hitting each other.
Yeah.
But both are cool, but whatever.
Support your friends.
We're going to start bringing karate belts to hand out to people, I think.